Welcome once again. It's good to have you here. So, the last time I talked about living in Germany as an expat and some of the videos I'll be sharing here. So today I want us to learn about the 10 basic things you need to know before coming to Germany. It's very important you get informed. So in life, anything you want to do, it's always good to get informed, get knowledge about it before you go into it. So the 10 basic things you need to know as an expat or as a student who's planning to come and stay in Germany for a long time is number one, the language. Yeah, it's a German. It's not an English speaking country, it's a German speaking country, and it's always wonderful if you can learn the language. My recommendation is if you have the opportunity to learn the language before coming, do that. It's going to help you a lot. Alright, so the next one, the number two, is punctuality. The Germans don't play with punctuality. So if you have an appointment, wherever you're going, make sure you go there on time. And to do this, make sure, my advice from my own personal experience, don't take the last train. Always try to take maybe second to the last or third to the last, but don't take the last train, because if anything happens, there is a delay on the way and you've taken something earlier, so you still have that space to meet up. Okay, the number three is make sure you pay and validate your tickets before entering a train or bus. It's very important that you do this because the check has always come, depending on the city. Like some cities, they just come towards the end of the month or at the beginning of the month. They just come out from nowhere and then begin to check every person. In some places like where I'm staying, they check that on a daily basis. That is their work, as in they love this and they do that often. The number four is having cash. Yeah, Germany is an international place, especially Berlin, which is the capital, and some other popular cities like Frankfurt. You have Düsseldorf, but with all this, always go with cash, because you can enter somewhere and they don't accept card payments. Yeah, like if you want to go to shopping, maybe to buy foodstuffs, you find yourself not being able to pay with card because the seller is not doing that. They're not doing that. So it's always good to have cash. It helps you a lot. If you're hanging out with your friends and unfortunately you're drinking beer and you need to pay and you don't have cash, so you don't feel embarrassed about it. So always have cash. Just maybe 20 to 50 euros in your wallet will go a long way, helping you out in all this. The number 5 out of the 10 is bicycle. I know you I'm not really joining to, but it's about bicycle. You need to learn how to ride bicycle because you can't find anyone in Germany, Germans, who don't know how to ride a bicycle. So learn that. It's going to help you a lot. There's even a city called a bicycle city. That's Münster. Münster is in North Rhine-Westphalia. So they have special tracks for bicycles, So learn how to ride a bicycle. It's going to help you a lot. It's going to help you in going to places, because sometimes you take a train and where you're going from the train station is quite far. When you trek, it's going to take maybe 30 minutes, but with your bicycle, 5 to 10 minutes. You save yourself the time and then you get to where you're going on time. So learn how to ride a bicycle. The number 6 out of the 10 is for the ladies. It's about your hair, making your hair, especially if you're coming from Africa. In Africa you do lots of braids, box braid, cornrows, and name it. So beautiful. It brings out that African queen in you. You look so beautiful. So yeah, the thing is that in Germany we don't have a lot of shops that do this, and the ones we have are usually booked, so you need to book an appointment, and in terms of costing, it's quite expensive. It's always from 50 euros and above. If you have this knowledge of how to make your hair, it's going to help you, my beautiful ladies, and keep on looking beautiful. The number 7 is driving license. Yeah, in Germany, it's good to drive. It helps you a lot, especially when you're working. You can get a job and they give you a company car and then you need to drive. So it's going to help you if you already know how to drive. And then if you already know how to drive from your country coming here, there's something we call Umschreibung. It's just like turning your driving license from your country to the German driving license. It's not an automatic thing like you just give up. No, it doesn't work that way. The way it works is that it helps you the costing for if you're just starting from the beginning to do your driving license. When you do Umschreibung, it is cheaper when you're doing that than when you just start afresh and do all the things from the beginning to the end. But I'm going to do a video on that, so keep the notification button on so you don't forget that. The number 8 of the 10 basic things you need to know before coming to Germany. As students, most especially if you're coming to do your masters in Germany, and the information is that you don't pay for school fees in Germany, education is free. Yes, but don't forget about the semester dues. The semester dues is very important. It helps you to get a semester ticket, which allows you to move around the state where your school is located free of charge. The Germans will say kostenlos. So this is very important that you also take that into your financial planning, that when you come here you have to pay a certain amount of money. It's usually between 200 to 310 euros depending on the location of your school, depending on the states, So this allows you, especially for those in NRV, North Rhine-Westphalia, so where I study, where my alma mater TU Dortmund is. It's a wonderful place to be as an international student, because with a semester ticket you can carry somebody, like you can travel along with someone who is not a student on weekends, and also from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. Isn't that wonderful? And this is for 6 months. So you pay 200 to 300 euros for 6 months, and then you can travel free. Like when I was a student in Dortmund, I usually travel from Dortmund to Köln, from Köln to Düsseldorf, move around, get to know the people, get to meet the culture. I would always recommend, if you're going to NRV, don't forget to visit the chocolate factory in Cologne. Yeah, it's very important. It's so wonderful. You learn a lot of things. It gives you this freedom to move around. Yeah, so don't forget to plan that. So the 9th out of the 10 is respecting the rules of Germany. So the Germans have rules and laws, and the citizens respect this, that they keep to it. If the rules of Germany says that when you're walking you have to keep your face like this, they keep their face like this, that's it. And if you say you have to keep your face like this, you just keep it like this. So yeah, that's the thing about it. They respect their rules, and one of them is the Ruhetide. So it's a quiet time, they call it Ruhetide in the language. And it's between the time 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. So whatever you're doing within this time, you have to keep quiet, keep it at the minimum, that your neighbor will not hear what you're doing, the noise. They can call police for you. So the 10th of this, the last but not the least, is bureaucracy. In Germany is a very bureaucratic state, so to say. So lots of things you do has to be done in a process. There is no other way about it. If it must take 5 steps, it must take 5 steps. There is nothing like a shortcut or whatever. You must do all of that. It's very, very bureaucratic. So you just have to get your mind ready for that, because you will be going through a lot of that, a lot of papers, signing papers, submitting paper, checkups and all that. Just a tip before we close is that information in Germany, you have to seek for this information. So if you're coming here as a student, don't expect that you get the information all at once, and if there is a new thing, somebody will have to come and tell you. No, it doesn't happen like this in Germany. That is it from my side today, and see you next time. Don't forget to put on the notification and subscribe. Share this video, my friend. Share this so that a lot of people who are planning to come to Germany can also have these 10 basic things they need to know, and then prepare their mind and prepare themselves for it. See you next time, and just like the Germans will always say, auf Wiedersehen. Remember, keep learning, living, and continue living. See you.